Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my page Astrology by Dr. Anupam Lakha, which is linked to my number 7982662721. My WhatsApp number, I repeat, 7982662721. Now, the purpose that brings me here is that there have been a lot of queries all around the world because of a lot of things happening and media writing about a lot of things happening in the United States. I would request all of you to please watch my earlier video where I had specifically told that the American system is going through a turmoil which is also called as Sade Sati. And I know because most of the Western astrologers think that we Vedic astrologers or Eastern part of astrology, as they call it, the sidereal, that we don't take into consideration the outer planets like Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, which is not correct. Actually, we do take into consideration all those planets, but the fact is that to orbit around, to have one orbit around, they take a lot of time, something around 90 years, 120 years, 150 years, and they stay in a sign for something around 10 years, 15 years, which is a very relatively so mundane predictions. In mundane predictions, we do take into consideration outer planets, but whereas the predictions that affect the common man or the common life, we do not take into consideration. We do take into consideration their aspects. Now, having said that, last time I told that the American system is going to be such that the POTUS of the president of the American president is going to identify with the LCD, or the lowest common denominator. Now, let me tell you one thing, that there has been a lot of talk about this, that people should go from conventional buying and spending of stocks and shares and other things which they invest into gold and silver. Now, read my lips and mark my words. Coming July onwards, coming July 2025, I'm specifically making this video because 20th is Esther, and you know uh, it's 20th of April is a very special occasion for me as well in my personal life. And in April we have our Baisakh, that is Baisakhi. We Punjabis call it Baisakhi. This is the first month actually according to our calendar. According to the Gregorian calendar, it's January, but it's the fourth month, April, whereby the sun is in Aries. So I'm telling you all these predictions from July. So from July onwards, and these calculations are being done because as per the Dasha system or the timetable system. Now, I am taking the main transit of Jupiter and then Saturn also, because these are the Saturn stays in one sign for 2.5 years and Jupiter virtually stays for 13 months. And also Rahu Ketu, that is the North Node and South Node, they'll be changing their positions. So, intertwining of all these energies from July onwards, you will see that this Saturn timing that is there. Saturn timing is first in the first aspect. Saturn has Saturn timing, so there's a lot of catastrophe and there are upheavals and this kind of sudden events. Now, these sudden events will take a kind of a small break, and the intelligence of world will prevail. So you will see that the conventional systems, the banking systems, they'll start to erupt, the stock market, and people who are bothered in US about their pensions, and also that anxiety will somehow be reduced, and there is going to be stabilization. Also in the Europe front, people uh, will realize that the American assessment of the system is much better. I'm not being judgmental towards anyone, but I'm just telling you what the planets say, and so that good sense will prevail. As far as this Asia is concerned, in Asia also there'll be harmony of two big countries. I don't want to name those countries. You know them. They have virtually 50% of the 45 to 50% of the world population. And for India, uh, the world will really stamp and label that India must take a dominant part, even if it is called hegemony, in the local subcontinent system. And believe me, so you will see a lot of harmony in this region of India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, because the external forces are really going to support India. And I'm not saying I'm an Indian, because I mean, this is not my pseudo nationalism. This is what the transit says. So, all in all, I hope that everyone will have a blessed April and from July onwards. So, till that time, the best way to prepare for an upheaval is to go slow, take one day at a time, and repose faith into the system, into the self, and into the God above. Because after all, we are all humble creations of the Lord and gratitude. Thank you. Thanks a lot.